Big Blue in the building. Know that we gon' feel it. This that whole new feeling. Oh, it's so appealing. The other team is underneath and it's under siege. Y'all can have the top. We too busy on the ceiling. Ayy, Terry TD with the TDs. All tall till it's spinning up a 3D. Seen the car flipping, now they call it PDs. They was talking about our winning, now we repeat. Wait, repeat. They ain't never know we gonna throw deep. They were tryna prep for the whole week. Man, they looking slow, we be so geek. They ain't never seen the raw talent of a Josh Allen. Now you all balanced, she was dotted. To the ball bouncing uniform, but that was all balanced all the way till we first rounded. First down it. 10 when we win, it's a go mountain. Stoops get the troops and they keep counting. And we gonna keep it coming like a blue fountain. Big Blue, we end you in your venue. Posing like we get you. Hope that this offends you. This that whole new menu. Play the gator me. Always stay on fleek. We just play the hater speak. Big Blue, it's our time.
And welcome to Big Blue Breakdown. I am Mike Buckeister, the host of the show today. I'm flying solo today. If you are new to the channel, new to the stream, be sure to give us a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you could share this with 2 people, that would be fantastic as well. If you're listening to us on Stitcher or Breaker or Spotify, Apple Tunes, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, iTunes, etc., be sure to give us a follow. Go ahead and rank the podcast as well, if you would. Preferably 5 stars. And if not, we definitely understand why, but give us a reason why so we can improve the show each and every week. Like I said, I am Michael Buckeister, the host of Big Blue Breakdown. We are live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on East Coast time. And I just want to get into it. We dominated South Carolina last Saturday. Your number 13, now ranked number 13, Kentucky Wildcats. Welcome to South Carolina, a team that most people thought was going to win. I believe at the beginning of the week they were actually favored by 1 point to actually win the game. I believe it even got up to as high as 1.5. But later in the week, tides turned and Kentucky was favored by a point, maybe even up to 2 points when it was all said and done. But basically, people are underranking this Kentucky team at this point. I am one of them. I'm not gonna lie. I have had them under what's the word I'm looking for? Undervalued almost all year. I've picked them to lose against Florida, picked them to lose against Mississippi State. Heck, I even picked them to trip up against Murray State. Now, I didn't say they were going to lose by any means, but I did say it was a trap game, and this is a game that it's time to really figure out what this team is all about. But this team just keeps on winning. Title, as you guys see in the thumbnail here, if you're on YouTube Live, they just keep on whizzing, and
that was easy.
And they're making it look easy, like really easy. I mean, you have Benny Snell, money. You have Terry Wilson, money. Heck, you even have the backup Rose, money. Man, seriously, at the end of the day, who is going to stop these guys? Is it going to be Texas A&M this week? Is it going to be Tennessee coming up? Is it going to be Louisville? Is it going to be Georgia? But let's go ahead and break down last week's South Carolina game. We started out in a dogfight. It was back and forth, 3-3 going into second quarter. Second quarter, UK goes off. UK goes off. You had Terry Wilson sprinting in the yard for a 1-yard gain on a crazy 11-play, 75-yard drive. That just showed you then we are not going to lose this game. Like I said, Terry Wilson, Money. A couple minutes later, Rose, 24-yard touchdown on a 7-play, 80-yard drive. Told you, Rose, money. And then to top it off, next drive, Benny Snell made it look easy.
That was easy.
Easy for a 4-yard touchdown play. 6 plays, 61 yards. Going into halftime, it is 24-3. Second half came. It was kind of a slugfest in the third quarter. South Carolina got a big 58-yard pass from Jake Bentley to Debo Samuel. And, that was kind of just a gimme. It was a blown coverage, whatever. Final score, Kentucky 24, South Carolina 10. South Carolina had 4 turnovers. Kentucky had 1. South Carolina did beat us in the first downs. But the Kentucky defense was a bend, don't break. When you allow 10 points, good things are going to happen. And we possessed the ball for 70% of the time as well. Kentucky is looking like a team right now that you do not want to meet in the postseason. You do not want to meet them in the playoffs. Heck, I would even go as far as say you wouldn't want to meet them in the national championship right now, to be 100% honest. This team looks good. It's about time we look good. And can we be stopped? That's the question that I asked you people. Can we be stopped? Well, let's find out this week as we travel to Texas A&M. Your 5-0 Kentucky Wildcats, ranked 13th in the nation, travel to Texas A&M. That's 3-2, 1-1 in SEC play. The series is actually tied 1-1, but this will be the first football meeting between these two schools as SEC members. Going in to the Mississippi State game. This game had hype. Texas A&M was ranked 16th or 17th. They were rolling, and then they got thumped by Alabama. They got thumped by Alabama. But since then, Texas A&M has kind of been on a slide. The last meeting between these two teams was 1953 at Stollfield, in Lexington before it became Kroger Field, and Texas A&M won 7-6. Going in to Saturday's game, it's a primetime game on ESPN. This is the first time it's been a primetime game has been for Kentucky in a long time. But Texas A&M is favored by 6 points. So some storylines for the game. Kentucky travels to the Lone Star State trying to become 6-0, 4-0 in SEC football for the first time since Bear Bryant, 1950. At that time, UK started 10-0, 5-0 in conference play before losing to Tennessee. Wrap your head around this. This is the first time Kentucky can be 6-0 since 1950. 1950. Heck, I'm 30 years old, and a lot of my parents, I don't think, were even born. No, my parents were not born like the last time Kentucky went 6-0. Some other things to look forward to. Texas A&M coach Jimbo Fisher, when he was the head man at Florida State in 2010 to 2012, Mark Stoops was his defensive coordinator. These guys should know each other fairly well. Just nothing like facing that old boss. Like Mark Stoops probably wants us more than Jimbo. I'm not saying that Jimbo doesn't want to win by like any means, but you know what? Mark Stoops wants it. Some key players to the game. Benny Snell has to go off, has to put the team on his back. He has 582 yards. I'm sorry, 639 yards on the season with 6 touchdowns. Williams from Texas A&M has 582 yards, averaging 6.1 yards a carry. So, last week, Williams ran for 152 yards with 2 touchdowns with the Aggies win over the rivals Arkansas. Benny Snell did his thing. Rose did his thing last week. So, it's probably going to come down to the offensive line. I mean, UK's offensive line dominated South Carolina last week in the first half. UK's offensive front lost the battle at the line of scrimmage and the half number 2, but their defense is still powerful. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the defense might be the top 10 in the nation right now. The second half of the South Carolina game was the first time this season that Kentucky spent the entire half unable to consistently run the football. This is normally a powerful running game throttled by Snell, by Rose. But I think that's a fluke. This offensive line is playing too good so far this year. They had one bad half. They're going to put that. They're going to say, Snell, run behind us. We got you, big boy. We got you. Where's that? It'll be money, because Snell is money. Through 5 games of the 2018 season, the dream season that the UK fans have been craving for, is what we needed. The psyche of the Wildcat football backers it's a fragile one. So if we win this week, the mood in Lexington is going to be off the charts. I anticipate being top 10 if we win this week's game. So let's go ahead and back up a little bit here. Chris Hill, which if you guys have been following the show, I like it all. You guys know him well. This man correctly predicted the upset of Florida. Correctly predicted the upset of Mississippi State. Correctly has picked every game so far this season. His scores have been pretty spot on as well. So, with Chris Hill not being here tonight, unfortunately, he got caught up at work. Things happen. We're doing this for free, so be sure to definitely like, comment, and subscribe. You can help us by, spreading the love. Chris Hill actually has Texas A&M beating UK this week, 34-17. Yep, let them hear it. Let them hear those boos. Chris Hill, what are you thinking, my man? You have been hype on this Kentucky train all year. You have been hyped on this Kentucky train to beat Florida, to beat Mississippi State. Why are you not picking these guys to win now? What the heck is wrong with you, my man? What's wrong with you? Me, on the other hand, Mike Buckheister, I picked him to lose against Florida. I picked him to lose against Mississippi State. Heck, I even picked them to trip up against Murray State, which you can say they did or did not. But this week, I got to ride with UK. I had to ride with these boys. They are playing nice. Like I said, they had one bad half, second half, against South Carolina. That's fixed. Those boys are hungry. They're a 7-point underdog. A 13th ranked Kentucky Wildcats going to unranked Texas A&M is a 6-point underdog. What? Psst. What? Listen, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout because I've played at Texas A&M Stadium. It's not going to be a blowout. Those fans are crazy. The 12th man is crazy. These boys are going to get after it. But UK is going to come out on top. I'm going to say 27-23 is the final. Kentucky on top. You heard right. Michael Buckheiser is finally buying in to this Kentucky football team. These guys have me believers. These guys have me believing that they can win the SEC East. These guys have me believing that they can make it to the SEC championship game. These guys have me believing that this is the best 22 guys Mark Stoops has ever put on a field in Kentucky. So why is Chris Hill not buying into Kentucky this week? I mean, I really wish we could have him on the show, right? Because he's been, he like I said, he picked against Florida, or he picked the win against Florida. He successfully picked the win against Mississippi State. Now, at the beginning of the year, he did have them losing to Texas A&M, I do believe, and Georgia were his two losses. It's a very good possibility that might happen. But I don't know. Everything is weighing to Kentucky, to going down to Texas A&M. I believe it's called Kyle Field. The 12th man is the first. Okay. Let me give you a little preview of how the game is going to go. The first quarter is going to be ugly. Okay, Kentucky's going to be a little overwhelmed by that 12th man. Yes, they went into Gainesville, Florida at primetime game, and they pretty much handled Florida all game. But that 12th man is something. That crowd is going to be into it. So they are going to be loud. Kentucky might be a little overwhelmed. They're going to stumble in the first quarter, maybe have a turnover. I'm going to say Terry Wilson will probably throw an interception. It's going to be I don't know. Let's say 7-0 going into the second quarter. And then the second quarter, Kentucky is going to do what they do. They're going to hand the ball to Snell. They're going to line up in that Wildcat 4-4 formation. Let Rose and Snell run in the backfield. They're going to score 21 points in the second quarter. They're going to come out in the third quarter and do much of the same. They're going to score another 10 points, make it 31-7. Crowd's going to be out of it. At this point, Texas A&M will get a couple late touchdowns just to kind of, put some pride on the board, but game's going to be over going into the fourth quarter. It's simple as that. So, like I said, guys, be sure to join us Wednesday nights on this fine YouTube channel. We are, like I said, live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, we'll get this up as soon as this live feed's over. Be sure to follow those. Be sure to comment. All the good stuff. But as always, guys, thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next week.
I love it.